pound for pound sports entertainment. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button right now for your boy. We got a couple things going on. Not really much right as of right now, but we got Oscar De La Hoya obviously reacted to the whole California Ali Act. They revised it. They voted anonymously. They're supposed to allegedly go back and revisit and vote in December, but they decided to go ahead and pass it and make some changes the other day. So he was kind of reacting to that. The whole boxing world was reacting to that. I think all of that is in benefit Dana White and TKO promotion, or whatever, TKO whatever, and Zuffa boxing and stuff, and him doing what he wants to do. I mean, it is what it is, yo. As a fighter, if you want to sign the contract and you agree to the terms, that's it. Like, at the end of the day, people forget these fighters are independent contractors. You don't have to sign this contract. You don't have to sign with this promotional company. You don't have to sign with this promoter. You don't have to sign with this manager. You make the decisions. Now, a lot of people don't know this. I seen a video the other day. It was Brian Norman Sr. kind of schooling, I think it was Artman or whatever, about, you know, they signed a deal. They had a 3-fight deal, and Artman had asked Brian Norman Sr., why did y'all re-sign with Top Rank? And Brian Norman Sr. was trying to really break down, like, yo, listen, like, when you win a title, it kind of extends your contract, or it re-ups the contract that you are currently in. And a lot of people don't know that these terms. That's why people think that it's just two people fighting. You don't understand the business of boxing. Certain things happen, contracts, networks, promotion agreements, stuff like that. Certain terms for you to get a big fight, and you might have to sign with this company, or okay, the rematch is going to be 80, you know, more in my favor, even if I lose in the first fight. Like, it's all of these things is all about the business of boxing. It's one thing to break down the sport, but it's another to break down the actual business of boxing. So, I mean, like I say, people are mad at Dana White in the boxing world and TKO, but you don't have to sign the contract. And at the end of the day, let their business be their business. If that is their model that they want to do, if this is what the fighters agree to, just be excited for the fights. Why are you pocket watching everybody? Now, do I have a problem with fighters that have fought for a long time, fought for world titles, didn't fight for world titles, but fought for a long time, and then they walk away from the sport with nothing? I do have a problem with that, because nobody wants to see anybody end up broke, period. But like I said before, you make your own decisions when it comes to this thing that we call business. It's a double-edged sword when it comes to Dana White or any other boxing promoter. You pay a guy too much money, you're not going to be hungry. And the best way I could describe that is, if you got a 9-to-5, you working, and somebody give you $1 million tomorrow, you hit the lottery, are you still going to work? Are you still going to try to come to work and be the best that you can possibly be? No, not really. That fire is out. I don't have to prove nothing no more. The money is secured. That's the whole point of us working. You working to make the money. You fight, and you're a prize fighter for the money. So when you get the money, and maybe you got the accomplishments, you know, got the belts and stuff like that, there's really nothing else to fight for. Unless it's like a grudge match, somebody been talking too crazy. Now you put your pride on the line and stuff like that. I get that, but for the most part, I want everybody to make money. Me personally, I want the fighters to make their money. I want the fighters to be happy with it. I want the promoters to make the money, especially since they're putting the money up. I want the networks to be happy with the viewership, and bring more people to the apps, and bring more people to the channels and stuff like that. And the networks, I want everybody to make money. Is it going to happen sometimes? No. Will it happen sometimes? Yes, maybe. I don't know. It depends. But I think this is about we need great matchups. We need everybody to go in there and put their best foot forward. We need everybody to go in there and really throw hands. I want to feel it. I want to have a reason to tune in. Like, when I love a good grudge match where guys are talking crazy. I love that, because I need to see if you really going to do what you say you're going to do. That's number one. You know what I'm saying? But salute to Dana White. It is what it is. Salute to Oscar De La Hoya. You guys are going to feel how you're going to feel. But at the end of the day, the fighters sign the contracts. You know, if you don't sign with TKO, you don't sign with Zuffa, you don't sign with whoever, then it is what it is. But I just want you to get your money, man. Period. That's number one. Number two, we got Jermell Charlo. I guess he was in some Mexico or Dominican Republic or something like that. He was outside and he was talking about the Canelo fight and talking about Jaron Ennis, and he was talking about Canelo. He said he didn't do what his coaches were telling him to do. He said his coaches were even beefing. They didn't like each other, so it is what it is with that. But he said, hey, a fight between him and Boots is a good fight. You know what I'm saying? I honestly like that fight. Would I have liked for Charlo to be back in the ring and get a tune-up and then try to go into that fight? Yeah. Why is Charlo not in the ring? Why do we not have a fight announced for Charlo? What are we doing over there in PBC? And I love PBC. Salute to everybody over there. But damn, let's get Spence back in the ring if you can, if he's available. Let's get Jermell Charlo back in the ring. Let's get Jermell Charlo back in the ring. Let's go, bro. What we waiting on? That's what I'm saying. What we waiting on? Like, that's one thing I can't stand about a lot of fighters. Y'all fight and then y'all disappear for a year or two at a time. And then when you show back up, you expect everybody to just remember. We don't remember you. On the last thing that we remember of Jermell Charlo was him not fighting Canelo like we know he's supposed to fight. Him taking a knee, him taking the easy way out. That's not the Jermell Charlo that I know. That's not the Jermell Charlo that we've grown up watching, and him being ferocious and going in there and putting on a show and showing his skills. That's not the Jermell Charlo. Now, against the Boots, shoot, man. Jermell Charlo he was the man at 154 pounds, undisputed. You can't take that away. I believe he still does have the Ring Magazine belt, but I don't know how that's going to work with Turkey and them. They might take it away, and because Dana White said they're going to have a Zuffa belt and a Ring belt, so I don't know how that's going to work. But if I'm Boots, hey, if I can't get the Virgil fight next, why not go for a Jermell Charlo fight? I mean, he called him out, after his post-fight interview in the ring, said, baby Charlo or whatever, he said, but he did mention Charlo. So I love that matchup. That is definitely a great matchup of skill sets. And I think the fans would love that. Damn, that's what I'm talking about. They turned the lights on. That's what I'm talking about. So I would definitely love that. But I would have loved for Charlo to get back in the ring and get a tune-up, at least before the end of the year. Damn, what you waiting on? Canelo has fought over in Saudi, and Canelo just fought Terrence Crawford. He got 2 fights in. You ain't had a fight since that loss, that horrible performance against Canelo. What we doing? What we waiting on? That's my thing. What we waiting on? Now 154 is heating up. We got Virgil there. We got Boots there. You know what I'm saying? Fundora. We got Keith Thurman. Tim Tszyu still there. Everybody's there. Charlo, come on. The fans don't remember you. The last thing the fans remember is you getting your ass beat by Canelo. And I know you better than that, man. So, I mean, if that fight happens, I like that fight. But obviously, the main fight for Boots is Virgil Ortiz. That's what he wants. Both guys say they want it. Do I think it happens next? No. I think it happens later, 2026. I would like for both guys to get a title, then fight. But, hey, do fans care if they have the title or not? Does it matter? Does it matter to the fans? Somebody tell me. I think it matters to me personally. They can unify and make the fight even bigger. But the way how these boxing fans are, bro, they don't even know who the champs are. They don't care if a belt is on the line. They don't even know the difference between, a regular belt, the People's Champion belt. They don't care, bro. They just want great fights. So I'm cool with that. You guys want to put on a great fight? Y'all put on a great fight. I'm happy with it. You know what I'm saying? Also, and the link will be in the description below. You guys can check it out of the interview with Jake Paul. He revealed that it is a KO bonus on the line between him and Gervonta Davis. So, hey, he didn't disclose exactly how much it was. I'm thinking at least probably $1 million. Let's be real. This is big money exhibition. 2 fan bases coming together live on Netflix. I like it. A lot of people gonna hate on the exhibition. It is what it is, but a KO bonus, that changes things a little bit. Tank love that money now. He wants that KO bonus, and I think that'll. When the word starts spreading about the KO bonus being on the line, people are going to stop saying, oh, exhibition. Oh, it's just, they're going to go 12 rounds or 10 rounds or whatever they're going to go. They're going to go the distance. They're going to waste everybody's time. Nobody's going to get knocked out. I'm not watching this crap. That changes things when people start getting knocked out. So let me know how you guys feel about it, man. Like I said, Jake Paul announces a KO bonus between him and Gervonta Davis. Like I said, the link for the interview will be in the description below. You guys can check it out for yourself. Let me know how you feel. Let me know how you feel about Dana White and the TKO promotions getting the Ali Act changed. Let me know how you feel about Oscar De La Hoya reacted to it, saying he's all Dana White's, basically shitting on Dana White and hating on him the whole time. You know what I'm saying? Let me know how you feel about a possible Jaron Ennis versus Jermell Charlo fight in the future of 154-pound division. I think I think that's a great fight. Just let me know how you guys feel. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button. It's your host, F. Merritt, Pound for Pound Sports Entertainment. I'm out.